Hey y'all, I'm gonna do a part 2 real quick. I wanna say I'm sorry first. I had a duh moment, and I wanna take a shout out to D. He inboxed me after my first live, which is up in the group right now if you wanna go look at it. A better way to cut out your stickers after the lamination part. So if you see if anybody hops on here. I got one of you. So I apologize for the part 2, but I had a duh moment and I had a bestie. I want to shout out to D. He inboxed me after my live and told me a better way to cut out my circles without scissors. So I just wanted to hop back on here real quick and show you that. And get a couple more of you to pop on. And I'll tell you what I did from what he suggested, and it worked. So I do apologize for 2 parts, but like I said, I had a dumb moment, and D, one of our besties here, showed me a better way to cut out my circles without using scissors. So I just wanted to hop back on and show y'all so you don't have to struggle like I did. Hey, Bree. So what he suggested was to get your vinyl before you cut it into the circles, laminate it first. So what I did was, and you can go back to my first video too of the settings I use for printing and stuff, but for what I did was I cut out a piece of vinyl, and then I went to my heat press and pressed the lamination sheet on top of that, and then I sent it to my Cricut. And when I sent it to my Cricut, I used the setting heavy cardstock, 100 pound, and I had more pressure. And then it cut out the circles for me, and it already has the lamination on top of it. So if you want to reference back to my first live video from today, which I do apologize for 2, right? It showed how I cut the circles off the vinyl first and then laminate it. So what you want to do, thanks again to D, laminate on top of your vinyl first, then send it to your Cricut to cut the circle. And you're going to use heavy cardstock, 100 pound, more pressure, and it will cut the circles for you. And these already have the lamination pressed on them. So that way you don't have to struggle like I did and cut with scissors. So I want to do this one more time. I already printed off my image that I'm going to press on these. And we're going to place it and press again. In my first video, I did go over how I use my Cricut to cut my circles using certain settings for my sublimation that I like to use. So if you want to reference back to my first video, it's already up in the group. But I had to come back on here and let y'all know there's an easier way to cut your circles out. I'm looking for my heat tape. Give me 1 second. All right, so I'm going to heat tape this on my vinyl, and like I said, I press the lamination sheet, thermal lamination sheet, on top of the entire piece of vinyl first, and then you want to send it to your Cricut and have it cut whatever shape you want, using the setting heavy cardstock, 100 pound, more pressure, and it cuts it for you. That way you don't have to struggle like I did. And now we're going to press our image on top of that. So let me get these on here and tape them down real quick. So again, shout out to D for coming in and letting me know, hey, there's an easier way. Paula, I use stickers. These I can put on my keychains. They're waterproof. I can put it on my car if I want. I did show a video back in September how I use this method to wrap my lighters. So if you want to put like a personal image and wrap it around a lighter, you can do it this way, and it is waterproof. So there's a lot of different things you can do with these stickers. Because last week I showed a version, but they weren't waterproof. They were just regular printer, regular ink stickers. So this way, these ones are waterproof. And like I said, I liked how they turn out. And I do my lighters this way. But I might put these on my keychains. And I did show a video last week how I made some keychains and I give them to my customers with their orders. And this is just another way of doing that. Hillary, so when I pressed my lamination sheet, you want the rough side down, shiny side up. And that is in my first live video of today, and I do apologize if I'm confusing anybody. So you can reference back to that video. But I wanted to pop back on here to let you know there's an easier way to cut the vinyl. Thank you, Dee, for letting me know. And I just wanted to let you know that it works. So I'm just placing my image down onto the circles right now, and then I'll flip you over to my heat press. So if you watched my first video, I used scissors to cut around my circle. And there's D, he's watching now. He came and let me know, hey, he can press the sheet of vinyl, lamination on top of it, press it, and then send it to your Cricut. And have your Cricut cut it for you. And like I said, I used the setting heavy cardstock 100 pound with more pressure. And these circles it cut out, it already has the lamination on top. So now we're just pressing the image on top of that. So I just wanted to hop back on here and let you know there's an easier way. You don't have to struggle like I did. There it is. And I already have my heat press preheated because it was already on from the live I just did. So I have it preheated to 385, and we're going to press it for 25 seconds. So let me flip you around here. All right. So you want to lay the parchment paper down like I did in the first video. Lay down what you're pressing, and then another piece of parchment paper on top. You can use butcher paper or whatever you have, but I have parchment, so that's what we're going to use today. And we're going to press for 385 for 25 seconds. I do recommend y'all that are new to this live to go watch my live that I just did. Like I said, this is just a part 2 to come back to let you know. A bestie helped me out, and I wanted to show it to you. This is why I love this group. A prime example of why y'all should share your work. Even if it's wrong, we're all here to help y'all and better everybody. So let me see. My heat press is going off. I turn off my heat press that way because I don't need it for the rest of the day. So take off our images. It is a little hot, so make sure you don't burn yourself. Now we have a perfect circle opposed to a hand cut circle, which is not so perfect because I didn't have patience to do that. But now you have these stickers. I'll take one off for you. Nice and shiny. These are waterproof, sticky. And like I said, I'm probably going to use these on my keychains, but you can use this literally for anything. I can wrap this around a lighter if I made a square. You can put it on your car, anything you can think of. It's permanent vinyl, so just keep that in mind. If you stick it on something, it might be hard to get off if you want it to be removable. So again, for the newcomers, I do have another video I had posted before this one. This was just a follow-up to let you know there's a better way to cut out the vinyl with the lamination on top of it, opposed to using hand scissors or a hole punch. So if you want to go check out that one, It has a lot more information of how I use my settings and all that on the Cricut. And this is just letting you know, hey, use the thermal lamination sheet, put it on top of the actual vinyl, press it, and then you want to send it to your Cricut to cut the circle, opposed to what I did in the first video. So I hope you guys go back and check that one out, and then you can see what I'm talking about. I was struggling with my scissors. So thanks again, Dee. And like I said, y'all, this is a prime example of why you should post in the group, even if you don't know if it's right or wrong. Us besties are here to help you be better. And that's what we're all about in this group. So I hope you all enjoy your Thursday. And I will, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will get back to y'all.